In 1991, Costa Mesa, California, 23-year-old Omaima Nelson has what most men want.
She had this attraction to men, and she could play pool, and she was very articulate and very friendly.
The beautiful Egyptian immigrant puts her talents to good use in her new homeland.
What she was good with was her sexuality. She could get men to do things for her, and she used her sexuality to get what she wanted.
What Omaima wants is money. The former nanny isn't satisfied with meager wages.
She seemed to have a pattern in which she would get men
Are you stealing from me?
in a compromising position,
You owe me money.
That wasn't the deal.
tying them up,
Where's your money?
using a weapon, and stealing from them.
In the second drawer.
Omaima makes a good living from vulnerable men. Her victims more concerned with saving face than with the loss of a few dollars.
Hey,
They were reluctant to report it because of the embarrassment of coming forward.
don't leave me. Don't leave me here.
My guess is they were very embarrassed that a little woman got the best of them.
Help! Help!
In the fall of 1991, Omaima enters the big league. She will charm a man who changes her life forever. Texan William Nelson.
She met Mr. Nelson much like she met the other men, at a Costa Mesa bar near his home. He coddled her and caressed her and treated her like a lady. He loved her.
Well, I enjoyed that. Thank you. Thank you.
Omaima has met the perfect mark, but she wants more than petty cash. She wants everything William has. 2 days after they meet, they marry.
He was kind of what we might term in California old school. Still wanted to have a relationship, but wouldn't unless he married her.
Well, that first Thanksgiving together should be something really special.
William has no idea his new bride is no ordinary girl.
To the outside world, if you look at her, she looks perfect. But inside is an inferno of rage.
You look beautiful tonight.
An inferno of violence just waiting to erupt.
You've been such a good boy. I think you need a treat.
Sometimes your worst enemy is sleeping right next to you, and you don't even realize it.
This Thanksgiving weekend, she has a surprise for William.
There must have been something special or different about Omaima's husband. We know he wasn't the first man she tied up.
Whoa! That's a bit tight, honey.
I think the earlier crimes of tying men up and robbing them helped her become more confident.
Tonight, Omaima departs from her usual pattern of intimidation.
I need more money.
Anything, honey.
There was something about him that she felt the need to destroy him.
You're gonna strip me bare now?
Don't laugh at me! I'm serious!
Oh, come on, cut it out. Women.
This time,
I will.
Omaima doesn't stop. She enters the major league. Murder.
She got mad and hit him, and then ended up saying, "Oh my God, he's now knocked out." Went and got a knife and stabbed him. And then she goes, "Uh-oh, what am I gonna do with the body?"
What Omaima does next will haunt everyone involved for life. (1991), Orange County, California. 23-year-old Omaima Nelson gives her new husband, William, a Thanksgiving to die for. Now the diminutive woman needs to get rid of a dead body much larger than herself. So she carves it up into more manageable pieces.
For a woman to deliberately murder is rare enough. For a woman to dismember a murder victim is far more rare. She was depraved to her very bones.
She, piece by piece, hung up his torso in the shower with coat hangers and other things in order to let the blood dry out.
For 2 days, Omaima goes about disposing of her new husband.
When most people are disposing of a large human body, they have no idea how much of that body there is and how difficult it is to dispose of it.
The downstairs neighbor heard the garbage disposal running and grinding the entire weekend. Like a motor under stress.
It takes a great deal of effort to cut it up into multiple pieces, to package all those pieces so that they don't look human.
Fatigue gets the better of Omaima. On the third day,
I need your help.
she seeks outside help.
I stabbed him. He's dead.
What? She went to one of her prior boyfriends
I need help getting rid of his body.
and says, "Can you help me remove my husband's teeth?"
I need to get rid of his head, so there is no trace of him.
That was either bad judgment or extreme arrogance.
I have money. I can give you $75,000.
Okay,
Finally, the tables turn.
go back to your apartment. I'll get my truck.
A man gets the better of Omaima Nelson.
So the friend says, I can help you. Let me go get my truck. But instead of getting his truck, he gets the police.
Hello, police? Are you all right, lady?
Yes.
What is that?
Even a hardened policeman can't be prepared for what he finds.
He opens the bag and he realizes it's intestines and entrails, the internal organs areas of an individual.
Get out of the car, ma'am. You're under arrest.
Investigators start piecing together the grisly story.
His hip area was found disguised with the attributes of a Thanksgiving meal: peas, corn, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce. His hands were found in a fryer. His head was found in the freezer, amidst frozen vegetables and frozen foods.
They find garbage bags inside suitcases that have been just saturated with fluids and flesh, and there's blood everywhere. I mean, this was literally unbelievable.
But there's still one puzzle that sickens investigators to this day.
We were missing 185 pounds of Bill Nelson.
During her trial, a psychiatrist claims Omaima admitted cooking and eating William's flesh.
She bragged to her psychiatrist that the ribs were the best part, that nothing was sweeter than the taste of her husband.
Omaima later denies it, but the damage is done.
I don't know whether she was joking or trying to shock the psychiatrist, or if she actually did it. But I can tell you this, juries tend to have no mercy on murder defendants that consumed their victim.
In 1993, Omaima Nelson is convicted of second-degree murder and assault with a deadly weapon. She is sentenced to 27 years to life in prison.
She should not be paroled. She's a very much danger to society because she's actually now doing the same stuff since she's been in prison that she did in the outside world.
Incredibly, almost 2 decades later, Omaima's seductive charm continues.
She got married to a gentleman that she knew at the time of Mr. Nelson's death. He was in his 80s at the time. Just a few years back, he died. He left her a large sum of money.
For the moment, Omaima can't spend that money. In 2011, her parole is refused for another 15 years.
We don't know much about Omaima's girlhood and teen years in Egypt, but what we do know is that almost as soon as she got to America, she started getting in legal trouble. I think the roots of her problems started growing when she was a young girl. What happened was destined to happen.